Day 2 of documentary. I'm Dr. Amonzis. I previously talked about my last documentary. All made the same person. The previous person that you heard in the conversation the other day was named, actually I forgot his name. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. He's not here now. He stopped the documentary. He is here on this new planet, which is named Amonzis. Amonzis. Thank you. Amonzis. He's somewhere in Amonzis trying to find a water dragon, but honestly, I haven't seen any. Well, we will not be discussing water dragons today, but we will be talking about other things, such as the megalodon. This megalodon, it kind of hunts all of anything that can fit in its mouth. Despite what you think, it's not very intelligent, despite its size. It's very similar to great whites, though, and how it operates and how it attacks. On this planet, there is one big continent, similar to a planet known time on a planet known as Pandora. On this planet, Pandora, there was earthquakes and etc. and things, and all these this one big continent spread out and became a bunch of little ones. Well, something very similar has happened to the golem on this planet. The golem on this planet reappears every few hundred years, and every time it does, it causes a big crack, which then becomes like a big lake. And in which case, the next one that happens will wipe out a large portion of people. Well, taking 75% of the people of this planet dying. Anyway, back to the megalodon. I'll talk more about that, like the death and golem later. But the other thing we need to talk about is the megalodon. It's very similar to a great white, which is very sized up. It typically attacks ships, not knowing that what they are. Typically, they actually think that it is the kraken, which is a type of giant squid, though much gianter than giant squids. It can grow up to 200 feet in length. Megalodons can only go up to roughly about, I think, the most that we've ever seen it is 175 feet in length. Work for me. Sorry. My microphone will occasionally stop working due to documentary problems. But that's not really to talk about. As you're watching, you were seeing me draw a kraken, that like what I saw when I went underwater a few days ago, and I took a picture, and now I'm drawing it, and I decided to record it for all of you to see. Except the part about the kraken, I kinda forgot to record half of it. Anyway, didn't have that problem with the shark though. That was pretty cool. Really, I don't have anything else to talk about besides the fact that these two animals are quite frankly giant versions of already existing animals. I don't know what else to say. I guess I could talk more about the golem now. The golems, every few hundred years, they do what the fire golem did and destroy a section of the world or moon or a planet in order to almost reincarnate, thinking about it now, because they keep the same core, just they create a new body. It happens every few hundred years, and the next time this happens, different continents will be formed. That's how much energy these are going to put out. Granted, that won't happen for a few hundred years, but scientists estimate that when it does happen, it will take more than 75% of the life on this planet. Specifically, like the people here, not the animals. The animals should be fine. I mean, the water ones, I think. I don't know. Honestly, I'm more concerned about the people than the animals at this point. I'm here to destroy the golem again, because this time it's the water golem, which you'll see more of later. So I have 2 drawings of it when I went and destroyed it yesterday. I know, I'm cool. Yep, here's the part I skipped by accident. What I kind of did was I did hit the undo button a lot of times so you could see kind of what I did and steps I made. But yeah, that's about it. Next up is a trench. The trench is, well, actually, it's important to say, the Megalodon, it sticks in, like, closer, shallower waters. Well, actually, yeah, not shallow waters. Like, about, like, a few miles around the coast. It typically also, doesn't stay up too high. But when it kind of goes down in the trench, like, not trench, but it kind of, like, it's, like, more shallow, goes down deeper, that's where they really like to stay. But, kind of larger open waters is where the Kraken stays. Now this is called a trench. Can you guess where you find them? Very deep trenches. Imagine a Megalodon mixed with a Kraken, and that's a big problem. I did recently see one. Scariest thing that's happened in my life so far, but also fighting a fire golem was also critically terrifying, so kind of just one up at this point. Really thinking this is a very lot that happened. Well, I currently just checked, and the this really up to where the tentacles go up is roughly about I'm pretty sure it's 200? Yeah, 200 feet around that time. Around that, it's fully grown, by the way. And the you know what I'm talking about, are roughly about 27, right, with 400 feet. So really, in total, this thing is around 600 feet long. Typically, it will hunt Megalodon, which is weird, despite the fact that they might be, so Megalodons are big, bulky. These are smaller and they also have the ability to put ink clouds, and they're deeper, more to make it that way they can be seen in more shallow water. They also love to eat kraken. And these also will actually eat anything, but their favorite things are megalodons and krakens. They also will eat whales. But conveniently enough, nature has a way of preserving some types of flesh. The fact that whales, just even though they are eaten, and many sea creatures aren't actually extinct from these things. So I feel like in other planets this is my own, or created our own reality. It was quite common to see animals be like overeating, right? That's what us humans had to eat. Anyway. When I saw it, luckily, it was not attacking us, instead going after megalodons that we were documenting. It first appeared in the big, dark, black cloud, which then came through incredible speeds, using all the tentacles almost in like a squid thrusting fashion, also shaking his tail which I feel like really wouldn't work, but surprisingly did. You see, most of the actual like squid tentacles are used for movement, but the big, very long ones are actually used for attacking and have hooks in them. So, uh, once, so typically, where like sharks, once you get past like the mouth and you back up, you're good. But with these, you also have to worry about getting giant claws hooked into you. Very bad for literally anything, ever. Yes. Also, these are the only things I've ever actually seen to fight a water golem. We've seen megalodons straight up leave prey. We've seen krakens dip and go down to areas that were with the trench, straight up trying to leave and get away from the water golem. But the only thing that will fight it is this, the trench. And funnily enough, it actually might explain how this actually is how we knew how to kill this is how we knew how to kill the water golem. You see, what trenches will do is that both of them both have only like a time period where they can attack, right? And it's a very short one. See, water golems, what makes them go is they can absorb water, and but they need fresh water in order to keep. And the reason why most animals run away from water golem is because it will take the water out of their lungs, or not all the water lungs. It will take the water away, including all the oxygen, so they die and drown. So that's why they try to run away. So the trenches will try to fight them back, right? Most of the time, actually, because it's a stalemate. With there have been cases of either winning, and in which case the golem will eject its core away, allowing it to come back later, and the trench dying due to the water with its spears, which will work after a while, surprisingly. Trenches, really, yeah, that's really about it. They, yeah. I will also say, the person I was talking to last time, the only reason he was actually there was to actually photograph and take pictures of the dragons, which was quite interesting and weird, considering the fact that dragons are typically very hostile creatures. But he showed me the picture, so clearly he did get it. That's actually where I based the drawing that I made off of his. But anyway, he has not returned yet, and typically will not show up in any of these documents anymore. When it came down to this drawing specifically, it was very gray, and I didn't know how to really make it still pop out. So I kind of thought of making the bottom more pinkish or bluish. I actually really like that more. I think it really did make actually the bottom pop out more. Had a few problems actually with the eyes. I felt like the eyes on this didn't really fit, and I was debating if I should actually like if they actually had eyes or not. Thinking about it now because it was darker, but I decided I was gonna put the eyes in. I'm pretty sure. And yeah. Okay, just watch me draw now. My biggest problem was really the eyes and the coloring. I wanted it to have blue parts of it, but I still felt like it would be better if it was more gray. Yeah. I can't remember if I did background for this. I might have just done the ink coming out, which I'm not actually sure really ink. It's more of like actually I guess it could be considered ink. I don't know the actual term for it, but it is a dark liquid that almost creates a cloud underwater. Here we go. Yeah, bad trouble there. That's a nice fade. Yep, there we go. There, I create the eye and the nose. So a few times. This took a few chances. I tried this out, but the tool kept on messing with me, and it went on the outside. I actually thought it looked pretty cool, but ultimately I couldn't keep it around. I do enjoy that. I cleaned it up a little more. I also did that. Yeah, there we go. I'll clean up. And then next up was really just the ink. After that, nothing else except the goal, which is coming up soon. Again, this tool messed with me. You'll see it quite a few times. See that? Only there. Back. No, I was just there. Forgot to get rid of it. So I had to redo that. Worked. Got all that in with a dark ashish color. And bam, the trench is finished. It also has some extra details of like putting some dark smoke that is coming out of it. Let me know if you like that or not in the comments, or if I should have just kept it with no smoke. And that's that. Next up is the water golem. So the water golem again cycles out water. So it but being cycling out water, it needs clean water. So it can only stay on land for so long, but every time it makes full grown size and decides to reproduce again, it creates these big shockwaves. So I'm curious how he beat the fire golem. It was very simple. We just had to destroy the core and crack and kind of make it explode. But why you beat a water golem is stopping them from getting back to water, specifically stopping the core. Like a jellyfish, it has like almost like a sticky, gooey substance around the core itself, and stop things from straight up destroying it. But we were persistent. I really like this one. This document was very fun to record. Probably one of my favorites. I was on the phone with a lot of people while drawing. Yeah. Had some minor troubles, but nothing I couldn't fix easily. I will say this, all of these were like every single clip I had here was, I think, like at least like 3 times speed. So this clearly took a while. Yep, you're saving it just to make sure it doesn't get destroyed. Check out my video, make sure it's still on. Recording. Then took a little bit of a break here. So on the phone with some people. Well, person just texted me. Hello? I understand. Alright. I have to go. Foreign business. I'll be back. 800 hours. This is still gonna be document 2, though. I'm just putting it on pause. Alright. Yep, I'm back. Anyway, let's continue documentary number 2. Sorry for the introduction, or what would it be? But like, no. You know what I mean. Thank you for forgiving me for like having to leave for a little bit. An urgent matter arose. Here I'm drawing the core of the beast. It always looked like a water drop that was frozen in time. You'll see. Ultimately, well, I put in all the water bubbles and then she came into the background, which I would say a little bit of trouble with, because I wanted this to be blue, but I wanted to like not make that person invisible or call them invisible. So I followed up by doing this. Still gave him a blue background. Felt like the mouth was pretty invisible. Adjusted it slightly. And honestly now, I really like it. The water, or just the light going behind it. Nice. Then I did it in the eyes. Maybe I should give it a nose. I think that looks nice. There's a thing if I put a current going through the face, like that current from my body. But ultimately, that's what I decided to do. I like it. Next up is the water golem. Yeah, just this time. It's when you're out of the water, like from a side point of view. So as it emerged from the water, that's the first picture I do. This is it while we were fighting it. We had, because we had to keep it out of the water, or stop it from going in at least, the core. So we had to make it shot at from above, which is the boat that I'm on right now. Like the boat that I was on, I saw this. Just took a picture for later, in case I actually survive. Which I think I did. So it's a mission complete. Got the water, bubbles in it. Thought that was nice. All the sketches for this video were drawn beforehand. Because this is the actual person who owns the YouTube channel here, not in the story. All the sketches in this video were drawn by yours truly, and then I went in after the fact and drew them digitally for like recording and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to the story. Anyway, water golems are very different from other types of golems that we've found so far, especially the fire golem. The fire golem survives for thousands of years, maybe even more than that, like millions. We don't know how long the fire golem was on the planet it was, the moon, before it started to go down to Earth, but at least a few thousand years. The technology on these planets aren't very too advanced. I would probably say more about you know, like muskets and things like that. A little before like that time period. Definitely like not knights and tribal leaders, but that's what these planets are. Oh, and I'm going to specifically this one actually. It's more advanced than most are. Though the water golem, unlike the fire golem, actually has to do someone's reincarnation every few hundred years. So it is predicted that the next time something like this happens and it starts to cycle through, it will be destroying a large section of the Earth. Well, not Earth. I mean, I should say like the planet. My bad. We're destroying a large section of the planet. What even is Earth? Is that the place that E goes to? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're almost done now. Just trying to put in like nice lighting. The ocean, relatively nice. And really, that's about it. Pretty sure. Unless I do one last thing that I forgot. Honestly, my only problem with it now is I feel that I needed to get something else behind it. Yeah, like the clouds I'm just adding now. This is what it was. Because I felt like the spikes weren't really well as be seen. So I just put a cloud behind it. And yeah, that was that.